Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe, Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. On today's video, I am really craving a Mexican style chicken street taco, and that's what we're gonna be doing today using my El Charro Brazilian style rotisserie. Stay tuned. You can see, look at this bark, it's crazy. Oh man, this is perfect. It helps to start with a nice sharp knife, okay? Oh my goodness. Look at that. All right, let's get started on this cook. I do have some vegetables. I am going to be making up some fire roasted salsa using the onion, tomatoes, and some of these serrano peppers. I will be putting these on a skewer and putting them on my El Charro. And I've got about 25 chicken thighs. These are boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So I'm just going to move the vegetables aside and we'll focus on the chicken. All right, let's get started on our chicken thighs. Again, these are boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Now the seasoning that I am using today is this California Dream. And my buddy Kirby from Cooking with Kirby sent this to me, and it smells really good. It smells like everything that should go on chicken, so thank you very much, Kirby, for sending this to me. And I'm gonna rub these chickens down. I'm gonna apply enough of this rub to the chicken thighs on both sides. Then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do to put them on the skewer. Okay, so put enough rub. This has some good chili powder, it smells like, some garlic, some salt, some pepper. It smells really, really good. Kirby, you need to send me a case or sell me a case of this stuff because I know this stuff is going to be absolutely delicious. I bet this rub would also be good on like pork, but it's got chicken written all over it, in my opinion. So I'm going to season these chicken thighs up and I'll bring you guys right back. Stay tuned. All right, so I've got the chicken thighs seasoned up. Now I did separate these because some of these are larger chicken thighs, these are a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna put the larger ones together in a skewer. This skewer is gonna go on the bottom of my El Charro. So I am just rolling the chicken thigh, okay? Just rolling it nice and tight. And then I'm gonna stab the skewer right through the chicken thigh on the meaty part, just like that, okay? Again, I'm trying to do this one-handed, so just roll it like this, and stab it, just like this. You can put them nice and tight. Now, we're not gonna go for an internal temperature of 165 like we normally do. This is gonna go way over 165, okay? I wanna get a little bit of char on the chicken, and that's gonna bring out some really good flavor. I didn't even trim a lot of the fat. That fat is gonna just melt down and turn into nothing but good flavor. So let's get one more on here. Oh, let me roll a little bit tighter. Actually, let me roll this side in first. Just like this. Grab the chicken and slide it in. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of these on and I'll bring you guys right back. Stay tuned. All right, so I've got the chicken on the skewers ready to go on the grill, and I am gonna skewer my serranos as well. And sometimes these can be a little bit tricky. Sometimes they will split on you, so just be very careful if you do have one of these El Charro rotisseries. So just put them on there like this. Be careful when you just put them on there. Ooh man, these smell spicy, so this salsa is gonna be pretty hot. I can tell you that right now. All right, so I've got my serrano peppers on a skewer. Now the trick to tomatoes, I'm gonna try something different because I have put them on whole, and when they start cooking, they kind of fall off of the skewer, and I don't want them to fall off. I want to see if I can get them to hang on a little bit more and get fire roasted. So I'm going to try to reduce the weight in the tomato by cutting them in half. I am using my Dal Strong chef's knife, and this sucker is super sharp. This is their chef's knife. I will leave a link in the description box if you want to get yourself one of these knives and get a nice discount. So what I'm going to try to do is, again, cut the tomato in half just like I did, and then stab right in the middle of that. That's less weight on the tomato, and I'm hoping that that stays on. If they fall off, they are going to fall on my grill, and I'll be able to save them. So we're going to give this method a shot, and if it works, well, this is the way I'm going to do them going forward. All right, on this last one, I'm going to put it right through my onion. Put it right around here, and then fill it up with nothing but tomatoes. Just like that. All right, let's head outside. Stay tuned. All right, we're outside at my Yoda flat top, and I do have my El Charro rotisserie style grill on there. Now, I do want to get some fire roast on these vegetables here to make our salsa. So I'm going to put those in first, put them in on the bottom, put the tomatoes, the serranos, and the onion. So I'm just going to have those on there for a little bit. I do have a basket full of Kingsford charcoal, and I also dropped a split of post oak in there, so that's going to catch fire here real quick and get some nice fire roast on those vegetables. Wow, looks like we're about to get a thunderstorm and some rain. Now I do have a controller right here, and this controls the speed on the rotisserie. So I'm going to turn it up just a little bit, probably right there, because since I am going to have a fire, I don't want my vegetables to burn. I want them to constantly be spinning and lessen the chance of my vegetables burning. Just get a nice char. So I'm going to let this go for probably 15 minutes, and at that point I'll bring you guys right back. Stay tuned. All right, so my vegetables have been roasting for about 15 minutes. I just moved them to the top rack. You can see I've got some nice char on these serrano peppers, the tomatoes, and that onion as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put my chicken on the bottom rack, just like that. I did slow the speed down just so that I can put the skewers on, and then I will speed it up again. The faster the rotisserie is going, the less chance I have of my chicken burning. Now I do want to get some char, so I am going to increase the speed just a little bit, just like that. Okay, so we're going to let that go, and I'll bring you guys back when it's almost ready. Stay tuned. All right, so the chicken has been going on for 15 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull the vegetables off because these are ready to go. I'm going to go inside and make a salsa out of this. And the chicken is just about ready. It's getting a really nice char on the outside of it. Oops, lost a couple of tomatoes there, but no biggie. You can just grab them up, just like that. Again, this chicken has been going for about 15 minutes, probably another 5 minutes, and I will pull them off. In fact, I think I'm going to move them to the top shelf right here and just let them slow cook a little bit at the top of the flames. Just like that. That's how simple it is to rotate this. And that's the beauty of this El Char rotisserie, is that if you feel that something's overcooking, well, just move it around and that solves that problem. So I'm going to let these slow cook up here for a little bit, probably another 10 minutes on the top shelf. Then we'll see you guys inside. Let's go make that salsa. Stay tuned. All right, so let's make our salsa. I've got my fire roasted serrano peppers. I've got 2 cloves of garlic. These are just raw. Then I've got my tomatoes, my fire roasted tomatoes, and these smell absolutely amazing. And look at the char that these suckers got. Okay, so just put my tomatoes in the blender, just like that. I'm also going to add 2 whole jalapenos in there, and then add my fire roasted onion that I quartered, just like that. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of salt and half a tablespoon of black pepper, a pinch of oregano, a good sized pinch, probably a 1/4 tablespoon to half a tablespoon of oregano. I've got some cilantro that we're going to put in there as well. Okay, man, this smells good, and it's not even made yet. So then I've got some hot water. So add about 1 cup. You gotta remember that the tomatoes have a lot of juice, so we're gonna go with that and see what it looks like. We're gonna blend this up. All right, so let's taste the salsa and see how we did, see if it needs a little bit more salt. Woo! It is spicy and it is really tasty. So I'm gonna add a little bit more salt, just a small pinch, and go ahead and blend it up. All right, let's see how we did on the salsa. Look at that. Delicious fire roasted salsa, and we got a ton of it. All right, so let's cut up our chicken. Now these only cooked for about 20 minutes, okay? And look at this beautiful color. Got some nice char on there. Go ahead and pull the chickens off here. Got some char on the outside and it's still nice and juicy in the center here. Okay, so we're just gonna start with these here. and cut them up. Man, this rub smells absolutely delicious. Kirby, can't wait to taste it. See how we did here. See, this chicken is still really nice and juicy in the center. It's like we're gonna have a bunch of leftovers. Okay, so just chop the chicken up as fine as you want it. All right, this is how I want it here. Probably about 1/2 inch to 1 inch little squares there. Looks good. I'm gonna sneak in a little taste and see how it tastes here. Man, that is really good. All right, let me warm up some tortillas. We'll be back to assemble some tacos. Stay tuned. All right, let's assemble our Mexican style chicken street tacos. So I've got my chorizo that I fried up here. And when you eat tacos at a taco stand in Mexico, they usually have some chorizo on the side so you can add that to your tacos. So just fried the chorizo up just a little bit. Because the star of the show is the chicken. Okay, just like that. We're gonna add some of this chicken. It smells absolutely delicious. Oh yes. All right, next step, we're gonna add some avocado to the taco. Just like that. And these are gonna be delicious. Okay, add a little bit of cilantro into each taco, just like so. Now you can eat the stem on cilantro, but I like to take the bigger stems off. All right, next we're gonna add some of this fire roasted salsa that we made up. And it is nice and spicy, so just a little bit. Just like this. And the very last topping is a little bit of sour cream, just like that. All right, let's see how we did. Stay tuned. All right, let's see how we did on these tacos. Gonna add some lime, just like that. Give it some extra flavor. These are lightly fried corn tortillas. There we go. Cheers. Wow, this chicken taco is what I've been craving. You know, it's got a good smoky flavor. That rub, Kirby, is something very special, so nice job on that. I'm gonna give this another bite. Wash that down with a nice cold beer. Wow. That is really good. Kirby, again, fantastic job on that rub. You know, that rub on anything asado, pollo asado, steak asado, which means grilled chicken or a grilled steak, is gonna be fantastic. That smoky chorizo as well. The sour cream, the salsa that we made, everything is fantastic. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. You have got to give these tacos a try. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. See ya.